Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So today what we are going to learn is how to enable ADDS authentication for Azure file shares. So what we will do, the Azure portal will create Azure file shares and enable ADDS authentication for that. So before that, let's learn something about some basic information about what Azure Storage Service is. So this is one of the service provided by Microsoft. So inside that, first we have to create Azure storage account. What is Azure storage? It's a data repository, stores structured or unstructured data which can be accessed remotely from anywhere. Type of data: structured or unstructured data. What is structured data? Structured data is data that follow a schema and has the same fields or attribute throughout. Structured data is simple to input, query, and analysis because it is well organized. What is unstructured data? Like PDF document, JPG, JSON file, video materials, everything are unstructured data. So once you create a storage account, inside that you can browse and see data storage type. Okay, container, file shares, queue, table. So in this video, mainly we'll focus file shares. Okay, before that, let me tell you, this video is divided into two parts. Today we are going to cover first part, and tomorrow in next video what we'll do, we'll create site-to-site VPN for and enable authentication for private VNet. Okay, we'll create one VNet and we'll enable firewall for private VNet. So let's come to our previous topic. So these are four types of uh, data store. What is container? Container is a blob storage. A container organizes a set of blob similar to directory in a file system. A storage account can include an unlimited number of container, and a container can store an unlimited number of blob. So this type of account you will have, you can create container and then you can save data. What is Azure blob? Blob uh, is binary large object. Binary object image, documents, media, files. No true directory structure. It accessed by HTTP or HTTPS. So blob storage is accessed by either HTTP or HTTPS, not by mounting SMB NFS like traditional file system. Azure files we can mount by traditional file system. So in this topic we'll cover this one. So Azure file is an Azure file storage. Azure files is an Azure file storage service you can use to create file share in the cloud. It is based on the SMB protocol and enable you to access files remotely or on premises via API through encrypted communication. Azure files is a cloud storage service designed for sharing files. Okay, so once you log in the portal, storage account you'll create, and then Azure file storage you'll see you can create for file share 1, file share 2, and directory structure it will be like this. What is Azure queue storage? A messaging service for storing large number of messages. It will be like this: account, my query 1, query 2, you can create this one, and then message first in first out. What is Azure table? It is for SQL and Oracle data. Okay, so these are the four types of storage. Disk will not cover here, these four will cover. So let's go and see the lab. Okay, so I have lab where I have this machine as a domain controller, and I have one work group server. Okay, I have this file shares and DFS path is created for this one. So what we'll do, we'll move this data, on-prem data, to the cloud by creating Azure file share. Okay, this is the data. For testing purpose, what we'll do, we'll move this data. So let's come to Azure portal and create a storage account. So before creating a storage account, you can create from here. It's a storage account, or you can search here in the tab storage account. Okay, so before that, what I will do, I will create separate resource group. I will create separate resource group for this storage account. We have to give the name of the resource group. So all those details I have already written it down. So what we'll do, we will so this is the resource group. I just name that. and I will create here in India region, in central India. Okay, tagging I will not use, just review and create. Okay, so now let's go to storage account and let's create a storage account. This is the only resource group I have. So I will select this one. I will select my subscription and storage account name. It should be in a small letter. Suppose if I put in capital letter, it will throw me error. See, it should be in lowercase until 24 character. Okay, so let me give a storage account name. Give this storage account name. We'll create in a central India region. Okay, for performance we can choose these two, so more information you can get on the Microsoft side. So here I'm not discussing here, this is for just testing purpose, so I'm just choosing standard. Okay, and this is for redundancy, so I will keep locally redundant. Okay, so my data will be in this region and 3 copy of data will be in my region. Advanced tab will keep this by default. Okay, this is the TLS version. Okay, data lake storage generation 2 is a separate topic in itself. It is used in big data analysis. Okay, networking tab. For now, we will enable public access from the network. Later on, what we'll do is from the selected network or IP address, we'll enable firewall, exclude firewall. Okay, data protection. This is like a delete option. I will keep all this as default. Okay, encryption. I will use Microsoft minus key. Okay, tagging I'm not using, review, and then create. Create, it will take some time. Okay, so this is in progress. Okay, before that, let me give permission to my resource group to one of my global storage account, because this account does not have access. Okay, this has succeeded. Storage account created. I'll give global administrator, one of the global administrator. Access to my resource group. Okay, let's go back to storage account. It is created now. So here, this what I was talking is storage, browser storage. If you do, we'll see data store type container, file shares, queue, tables. Queue and tables are structured. These first two are unstructured data. So in container, like whatever cloud videos and all you are watching, that are inside container. Okay, so we'll discuss here file share. We'll create one file share. Let's call this HR. Okay, any name you can give. Let me give the same name. Okay, create. Okay, by default say 5 TB of data you will get quota. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll edit quota. We don't need that much data. We'll keep it 10 GB for now. Okay, so this is the file share created. Okay, now what we can do is we can connect. Now what we are going to test here, script is there. If we use the script, this drive will mapped. What credential it will be using? Local account, this one. Okay, and this is the key it will use to map. Okay, so in your lab environment you can test the connection. If you don't have a public IP address, this will fail. Okay, so I have public IP address, so this connection is getting passed. So in this case what we have to do, we have to use enable Active Directory authentication, but right now this is not enabled for me. Let me copy this script here. Okay, go back to Azure portal. Okay, so storage account file. If you see here, Active Directory, it is not configured. So this we are going to discuss. Okay, uh, this file shares. Okay, if you click here, you will get all the information. If you click here, it will take you to Microsoft site. It will give you all the information how to enable authentication. So a script I have already taken out from Microsoft site and I have modified the script. Okay, this thing we discussed. See, you should have .NET framework this version or higher. This script provide Microsoft to join a storage account to in the AD. Okay, so this script I have already copied. This is the script. So for more information you can read, you can refer this site. It will give you all the information, what kind of encryption for authentication you want to use. You can use, in this case I'm using AES 256. Okay, for authentication here, see, storage account name is the name of an existing storage account that you want to join to AD. Is the name of to be created AD object which is used by AD as the logon for the object. It must be 20 character or less and has a certain characteristic restriction. So in which path we have to store that account, we have to mention here. So more information you can get from this site. Okay, let me go here and use this script. Yes, to all. Then that file I have copied here, that Microsoft script, I downloaded it and copy to PS path. What this is doing, this is keeping this to file where it has to be. Okay, so all parameters are defined here in this script. Okay, everything, OU detail, OU path, so all these details are here. What a script has to do, only we have to give the parameter we have to define. So I will just go to this path. It's already there. It does not exist. Let me copy from E files, Azure files. Okay, CD. Okay, I came here in this path. Then what I will do, I will run this script .backslash, so you can use it, will take you to that script only. You can select the script. Okay, I guess no. Yeah, once that script is run, what I am going to Azure file hybrid mode, I will import the module. Okay, So if this is the first time you are running on the machine, then it will take some time, 5 to 5 minutes something, 5 or 5 to 10 minutes. So I have already run this on my machine, so it should not take that much time. All the modules has already been imported. Well, let me replace this one. Subscription ID will be same. We'll go here, storage account, storage file shares, file shares, overview. Let me copy this one and replace in my script. Subscription, I have to choose. You can select your subscription while testing. Storage account name. What is the storage account name? This is the account name. This one. What SAM account? This is for authentication I'm going to create. I will keep this name. So what it will do, it will create one service account on my on-prem environment. Okay, you can use computer account as well. Let me go here and show you script. Okay. Default is a computer account provided the OU is an input parameter. Okay, storage account created under root directory. Okay, so for authentication, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use service logon account. You can create computer account. Okay, service logon account. This account will be created on my on-prem AD, and on this path it will be created. And let me show you. I have this one, servers. Distinguished name you have to give. Yes, I already have one account. So let me rename this to 3 and storage account name, this one. Okay, let this be this one. And encryption type for authentication of user on the file share, I will use AES 256. Okay, let me go first. Let me connect to my Azure subscription with the global administrator account. Okay, so this is done. What I will do, I will just run this script. Okay, it will ask me to authenticate. Authenticated this one. You see here, it will take some time. Okay, this script is still running. Some error. The service principal name it already exists on within AD. So what we will do, we will just delete this account. Okay, and I will run Azure synchronization service. That account was already there. Run full synchronization. Okay, let me rerun the script. Yes, to all. Yeah, let me go and see whether account is created here or not. If not created, then I will run the synchronization service from Azure AD Connect. Let me refresh the screen. See, this account is created. If you go and see general property service login for Azure storage account. Okay, this one. What is the account type? This one. Logon name which I had given in the script. Okay, so this part is done. If we go here and we can see that Azure AD authentication is enabled on the file shares. If you see, it is configured. Okay, before that, let me we can map this account, but before that, what we have to do is this is a rollback access control, RBAC rollback access control. So what we have to do is first on-prem account, I will give access share permission. Then that account will do the rollback copy of the files. Here you will see contributor rule, read access. Yeah, but right now I'm making it honor. Okay, one of the on-prem account. I will just make that honor of this account. So if you map this way right now, you'll not be able to modify permission, share permission. So what we have to do here is like a robocopy will not work. So what we have to do with super user, we have to map the account. Okay, so storage account, we have to give AG file share to, and that will be the name. Okay, and key we have to copy from the portal. What is the key? Shared access signature. Access key. I have to copy the key. Copy. User account will be this one, and storage account name will map like this. Okay. So now I have a Azure file share here. Okay, and I have on-prem data here. So let's go and see the properties. Security. Okay. User here. What I will do, I will add my ID and give full permission. Then I will run the robocopy command. Okay. Let me give me full permission. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we will move data from here to this path. Okay. And we'll stop this sharing, and in DFS path, we'll give this as target. So let me use the row copy, row source and destination I will put. Okay. And these are the parameter, like any parameter you can use. Just for testing purpose, I'm using this one. So see, I'm using a copy dasto. So I have to run this command with the administrative access. It's already opened. Okay, there are only a few files. So let me see. Okay, security manner destination must not support persistent ACL destination directory. Itna access is denied. Okay, let me see. I guess I forgot to create one directory. File shares. Okay, set that. Let me create one folder called HR. Or what we can do is can go here and create here HR. This folder was missing on the cloud. Let me rerun the command. Access is denied. Access is denied. Let me go and make my ID here as owner. Let me check my access. I'm the owner. Okay, maybe I'm running with the administrative access. Let me paste here. See that my this ID had access on that path, so it got copied. Okay, let me go and see whether all the permission is restored on the cloud. NTFS permission, properties, security, HR2. Yeah, all the permission has come. Now what I will do, let me show you. I have already logged in with the one of the user ID, and this is DFS path. So what I'm going to do is I have already migrated my data on the cloud storage. So this one in DFS, what I will do, I will just change the target path. Okay. Storage 2 slash HR. This path. What I will do, I will change DFS. Add folder target. This one. Oops. Let me reopen. And target folder. HR. Yes. Application group. No. So I have now this one. This on-prem, what I will do, I will just target path. I will disable this one, and I will access via this one. Let's go and see. Sorry. Let's go and see on the user machine whether this path is accessible or not. You can see this is migrated and users have all the permission, NTFS permission like before. Okay, let me, this is HR group which has read execute list folder. Okay, this was already there. Okay, so what I will do, read access was there. Now let me change that permission to read and write. Sure. British security. Sure. For testing, let me give full control. Okay, let me try over here and let me try to create one text file. See, so this way, this way, file migration is done on the cloud. This is a traditional NTFS like style. Okay, I hope you have liked this video. In next video, what we'll do, we will cover side-to-side VPN. Okay, one more thing I forgot to add here. Okay, so right now this connection is on public network. Okay, so from anywhere it can be accessible with the HTTPS. So what I'm going to do is I will just enable this to particular IP address. Enable from selected network and IP address. So here what I will do, I will just allow my public IP address. Let me see what is my public IP address. Files in Google, if you put public IP address, you'll get the public IP address. Okay, so let me allow from here. So first option is also secure, but second option is more secure, and this third option, allowing on a special VNet, virtual private network, that is more secure than that. Okay, let me save the setting. Okay, so firewall is enabled. So next video will cover this private endpoint connection. For this, we have to create side-to-side VPN and some DNS entry we have to create. In next video, we'll test this one. Okay. I guess I put wrong public IP address. Let me check from the Google. What is my IP? This is my IP. Okay, I have to networking. I have to enable this one. This one. This is my router IP. And save this. Your organization public IP. Let me recheck whether I'm able to access or not. Yeah, see, it is accessible. So I hope you have liked this one. So in next video, we'll enable on particular VNet will allow access on particular VLAN, a VNet. Okay, and we'll create site-to-site connection. So thank you for watching this one. Thank you. Bye bye.